I've been off my phone for 6 months. Now, you might say, how's this guy survive? Or maybe you're just like, maybe that's cap. Point is, I'm here right now and I want to share with you the benefits, the difficulties, and the story that comes with 6 months with less than an hour on your phone every day. Now, starting back in the summer, things were easy. I started this journey off of this video that I'm going to put a card up here right now on why I quit. I'd like to just go over that real fast. Now, I kind of have to ask a question to you. So, what do you get out of social media? This is the one question I asked myself. I said, what's the trade-off? So, ask yourself that. What's the trade-off? Are you trading your time? You're putting in your time, you're taking away your attention, scattering your focus, and all for what? To look at some girls online, to text back the photos of the corner of the ceiling on Snapchat, to look at Instagram Reels, scroll on TikTok for hours and hours without learning a single thing. And so I said, you know what? This is BS. Let's see what happens. And so I took off. I put my phone down for the first 2 weeks. I recommend you do that too if you want to do this. Just don't look at it. The first 2 weeks, only take calls and texts. Nothing else. Maybe take photos. Some smartphones, but only take calls and texts. And that's what I did for like the first whole month. And I realized you have a lot more time in the day than you think you do. I put 4 hours a day into like making scripts, or at least an hour a day into making scripts. This YouTube channel helped it take off. Or I just had so much more time to read, and I read great books like Screw Tape Letters and How to Win Friends and Influence People. And it set me on a path to be a better human being. And not to mention all the benefits you get from just not being distracted by your phone. I was able to communicate with people better, because that's the one thing that social media does. It connects us all, but distances us and creates chasms bigger than that connection. It just takes the humanity, it takes the connection out of connectivity. And that's what I realized. Even in the second, third months of summer that I was going through, I realized I had more of a drive to go talk to people. And that helped me build my social skills and be able to speak in front of large groups of people, make new friends, and all around just get my life together. And so it was going pretty well. And then I went into August. School starts back up. A whole new level of pressure came on to read, download. Well, actually, okay, this is one thing I'll say. You can keep the apps on your phone. In fact, I encourage you to. Because if you're going on a social media detox, if you're trying to separate yourself from the binding aspect of your phone, then I say don't delete them, because you'll just re-download them. Keep them on your phone and make the conscious decision and have a reason behind why you're not on it. And then that will keep you, even when you want to be on them, from being on them. Because having a reason, saying this is not helping me at all, why would I open up that app? Having that tag on there will keep you from scrolling for hours on TikTok more than deleting the app ever will. So I suggest doing that. And when I came back to school, that same pressure came back to scroll for hours. As boredom set in between periods, having periods off as a senior this year, I'd say that you needed the willpower. You needed a solid foundation. And I had that because of all the things during the summer that I'd done with the power of free time and focus. And so I kept that focus. And I've tried with this channel to keep videos going out once a week. That's what I try and schedule them, but I couldn't do it just because it kept creeping back in. Social media, always. Instagram, you get on it once. Boom, 15 minutes of your day gone. Whole quarter hour. What is that? You got 24 hours in a day. That's a quarter of that. 24 times 4. 25 times 4 is 100 minus 4. Man, that's dumb math. 96. That's a 96th of your day. That's like that's above 1% of your day is 15 minutes. And basically half that because you sleep. So it's like 2% of your day. Because when you open the app, it consumes 2% of your day. And those add up. And so I kept my resolution to not be on social media. And life got better. I think this is one of people's main fears that comes with quitting social media, is not being accepted, not being able to talk to your friends, that people may judge you, that people will be like, well, he's a weirdo because he's not on Snapchat. Why is this guy living under a rock? And you know what? I've been that guy that lives under the rock. But you know what it helps you do? Actually get to know the important things. It's not just whatever shows up in your feed. When there's something you actually need to know, people let you know if you have good friends. And you'll have good friends if you choose to develop the skills that will get you good friends, social skills, and learning character and building up moral and having standards. And so when I had all those, I didn't need to be on social media. I had people all around me that were on social media. If something actually important came up on there, which was about maybe once a month, that just proved something to itself, then they let me know. And I knew. And if I really needed to look something up on social media, if someone only gave me their socials, then I could do it. And since I had that commitment, that I knew the trade-off wasn't worth it, then I was able to just use the app how it's supposed to be used, instead of get caught up in just scrolling, death scrolling, and having ads pop up and wasting money even on that. Like, choosing to not do social media is just choosing to have a better life. No one's really ever benefited from social media. 1 in a million has made their fortune off of social media when they have no other base. But when you think about it, most of the people that are making millions off social media don't have a social media account at all. They're the ones putting ads out there. So I again ask you to ask that question yourself, what's the trade-off? And that helped me be 6 months free. There was days I had 5 hours, you go on a road trip, got nothing better to do. Maybe most of it was YouTube, looking up other ideas for videos. I try and be that productive, but I'm kidding with you. So as I came into winter, it became harder and harder because you couldn't go outside, you couldn't go for a run, you couldn't spend your time on anything except inside. And I realized that's where books are paramount. You gotta have a good book you're reading, right? I always have a book I'm reading and a backup for if I forget that or I don't have it. And I found that I discovered new hobbies by reading. Now I had a passion that I rediscovered from years ago. I finally made enough money because I was actually spending my time wisely. And so I bought a paramotor. It's something crazy that I've had an idea to do for years. Fly around in the sky. I got behind me up here, you probably can't even see, I got a picture of a paramotor because that's my dream. I don't have the whole thing yet, so I'm buying my way towards it. And being off social media, I know that's what got me my dream, because I've been working every single day. I've been looking up other ways to make money, and I've even used social media the right way. Facebook Marketplace. I've made hundreds of dollars off of selling stuff on Facebook Marketplace using my small business that I already have. And I just hope to keep stepping it up. And so this is kind of just an update. But I want you to know it's not as scary. Getting rid of social media is not as scary as it seems. It feels lonely some days, but then you realize you're not missing out on much. You realize everyone else is just filling their time. And when you fill your time with good things, good habits, not TikTok, when you're reading, when you're working out, when you got a job, when you're learning music, when you're doing anything, that's when you know you're moving ahead in life. And that's how I know, after 6 months of no phone, I've never settled for anything less than my best. See you guys.